All right. So this is what assignment number? 5, 6. We're doing the example, all right? So here we go. If it is the square root of -1, Grant, that's what I is. I is equal to the square root of -1. You guys are talking an awful lot. If you'd like to have the conversation someplace else, that'd be great. Be awesome. Take a group bathroom pass. I'll tell the people downstairs you're all in the bathroom together, and then let them take care of it. Okay. What is I squared, sir? Beautifully done. Because if I square, the square root of -1 is in fact -1. And that's the primary way we deal with it. Because if you square it, it suddenly magically becomes something we can deal with. And that's when we usually deal with imaginary numbers. What's a square of a square root of anything? Cancel that. Yes, ma'am.
Wait, so is this just an example, or is I always square root of -1?
I is always a square root of -1. That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, we had this kind of mystical thing we were playing with, but all it is square root of -1. That's what it is. Okay? And now we're going to kind of look at it more closely and say, what does that mean? Now again, I know you've done this last year. I'm just going to try to remind you how this works. If I got I cubed, now this is a little more interesting. Grant, you ready for I cubed? You do this one so well. Let's see if you can do I cubed. Whoops, cubed. What do you got for me? Pretty good. I'm going to go, no, seriously. Seriously, he's got the right idea. He just doesn't want to put it in words yet. What if I were to write it like this instead? Then it becomes -I, right? Because that's just an I, that's -1 by agreement. So far, so good?
Yeah.
All right, keep going. We're going to do I to the 4th. What do you got for me? Go ahead, Grant. Okay, so we would go, let's go ahead and use the trick we used last time, because that's a square. We'll do this one too. That's a square. And we know what that says. That's -1 times -1. So what do I get? 1. So magically I to the 4th is back to 1.
Can you say the top one really quickly?
Which top one?
Like the last one you just did. Yeah.
Well, we just agreed this is -1. So if this is -1, this is -1 times I, which is, agreed? Yes, ma'am.
Square root of 1 is 1.
Square root of 1 is 1. Now, I squared has to be -1. It can't be 1.
No, I know.
Okay?
But I don't know.
Nope. This is going to be -1. -1 times an imaginary number is just -I. Essentially, this becomes -1 times this. I think I should have written that out. Let me write that out. This becomes -1 times the square root of -1I, right? Right, because that's -1. We just did that. So this becomes negative. That's just I, right? With me so far? All right, I to the 5th, Grant, since you're on a roll.
I'm on a roll right
You're on a roll. I, he's correct. Because we just said I to the 4th. We know what that is, right? And I to the 4th is 1. So it goes away and this becomes I. So therefore I to the 6th becomes what? -1. Wait a second. We're going to repeat this. So this is I to the 5th. I to the, well, that's terrible, sorry. I to the 6th. I to the 7th. I to the 8th, right? Because every 4 I get rid of, just get rid of it. It's 1. What about I to the 9th? I'm going to get rid of 2 of them, right? You have 2 sets of 4. Doesn't matter the ones, right? Goes away. See the pattern? Ever see the pattern?
Yeah.
All right, good. Try the first two problems in the back. We'll know if you see the pattern. Ha 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 ha!
I said 38.
Crap.
So say I do 38, say that 4, that would be.
Whoa. Whoa! That's not right. What's wrong with you?
9 negative I? No, there's 2 left. There's I.
So here we go. 5, 6, number 1. If you look at the back, it's I to the 38. There's 2 ways to do this. One of them is the slog method. The slog method is as follows. I to the 38th, same as I to the 34th, same as I to the 30th, which is the same as I to the 26th, same as I to the 22nd. I to the 18th, I to the 14th, I to the 10th, I to the 6th, I to the 2nd, which is negative 1. I'm done. That would be the slog method. Slog method. Method number 2, and the one I would expect most trig students to employ, is this. You would look at this and you go, wait a second. What times 4? What's the closest factor of 4 I have in front of 38?
46.
30. Well, that'd be 1 above. I want to go 1 below. That would be 36, right? So that's the same as I to the 36 times I to the 2nd. That's just 1. So negative 1, and I'm done.
How would you know that's?
Every 4 repeats, right? So I to the 36 is just 1. Every factor of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, I'm drawing 24. Good. Good, now try the next one.
I do it harder. I just did 38.
Done, done, done.
That's 2 factors of 4, so that would be 1. You got 6 of 4.
Times I. What's the I thing? I square root of 1.
It's a negative root of 1. Negative.
Because C is equal to Y force. Negative 1.
You figured out what
I is negative. I see what you mean.
you can say column and how many?
Whatever it is, conjugate.
So I guess it's my answer.
No.
Wait, just equals I.
Negative I, he says, right?
I to the negative.
14, 9, 4, 5, 1, 3. Right, negative I, good job. Negative I. Add 4 each time, you'll get there. Right, so add 4. Let's try 4, we're going to add 4. Right.
Negative I, baby. Just divide 4 and either 1.
All right. Now most of you should be already rolling to the next part, but I will go ahead and do it. How about 5, 6, number 3? A reminder of your past. If you have 3 plus 2i plus 4 plus 5i, what is 3 plus 2i? Because according to our operations, I must do that first. Kelly? I asked a question, I ended it with Kelly and a question mark. Oh, repeat the question one more time. 3 plus 2i, what is that when you add them up? That's the shorthand version of what I did. I give you a chance to get out of it and listen to the whole question. Nope. You can't add those. Why? Here is a big misnomer that confuses students all the time. Remember 3 plus 2 is root 2? Could you add those? No, why not? It's unresolvable. Certainly I can't add it to a 3. I just don't know what these are in terms of each other. What is I? Square root of negative 1. You can't add roots unless they're the same exact root. Is there anyone that has the same root in this last pile? Which is it? Kelly. Which is it? What else has the same root?
Wait, same root as what?
As this one does.
Like square root of 1?
Square root of negative 1. Which one? What else has that? 5i, right? So I can add them because it's all pluses. I can add it in any order. So I go 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 2 plus 5i is 7i, and I am done with that one. Blow through the next set. Go! Should be easy.
Wait, Mr. Edney?
Yes.
Can you explain 2 to us?
Negative 6 plus
Add 4.
I like terms.
negative 14.
It repeats every 4, right? So add 4.
And then
2 negative.
You could do that too. That's an interesting way to go. You could go 1 over I to the 17th. You could do that. If you did that, the bottom would become what? The bottom would become I. Can't have I in the bottom. You're not allowed to do that, right? Because it's square root. So you multiply I top and bottom. You would get I over negative 1, which is negative I. That would be a great way to do the problem. And fascinating, too. Not the way I would do it, but that works.
Okay.
That's where you're going to do it? Okay.
What did I do?
Who came up with that idea?
Do you add them?
Which one of you actually knows how to do powers?
Negative 6 plus 8.
That was you? All right, good
So,
job.
negative
You didn't come up with that powers?
plus 3 is 1.
Yes, ma'am.
1 plus
Since
1.
6 is multiplied, are we going to flow?
That's what we got to talk about next. I'll give everybody another 30 seconds. I'm going to jump to 6.
4. I.
30 seconds. 29, 28, 24, 19. Same thing goes. We start off by going 2 minus 3i. Oops, that's not 6. 6 is 1 plus I times 3 minus 2i. We'll start in the same place. Alyssa, what is 1 plus I? That was the answer. Good job. 1 plus I is in fact 1 plus I. We can't add those, right? Because 1's a root. So if I can't add those, what's the trick we learned? Specifically, we do it with variables to resolve these two. We flip, right? Same rule as that. We got to watch out for something because something weird's going to happen at the end. We got to watch out. So I go 3, first, outers, inners, lasts, and I get 3 minus, oh, not minus.
Wait, soil first.
Oh, terrible. I got 3 plus I minus 2i squared. Am I done? No, new rule. You cannot have a power on the I. You must resolve that because we know how to resolve that. What is I squared? Negative 1. So it's become negative 1. So it becomes 3 plus I minus negative 2, right? Oh, slow down.
So we're just going to flow it.
We flow like normal, and then we got an I squared at the end. We're almost always getting an I squared at the end. We make that up negative 1, and then bam, I get 5 plus I, and I'm done. All right, roll to the next set. Go. What?
Why did you do that?
Why to do what?
How did you find squared to I?
What's I squared?
Negative 1.
So replace that with negative 1.
What is it? Negative 1.
Negative 1. I squared is negative 1.
Okay.
So that became just a negative 2. I had a minus in front, so I got negative negative. Makes it positive. Make sense? Good. Bam.